Good morning, blue resonant hand. We are today integrating, learning about healing, liberation, knowing, releasing, accomplishing, dissolving. I have just accomplished letting my coffee get cold, and now it's sitting on a little stove in the car. Yeah, let me answer that one quickly. Can I do that while? Yes, I can. All right. I've got a mosquito net up in my car, so you might be hearing some mosquito buzzing now and then. Frustrated mosquitoes flying full force against the netting, thinking, but we know something's there, but where is it? We can't get it. I wonder what it's like to be a mosquito who just spends hours flying against the net. Like, don't they get concussion? Or like, I don't know, whatever that is that happens to our heads when we bash it against some thing incessantly. Yeah. Life is fun. Ouch. This is hot. These cups get really hot. The cup is probably hotter than the content. No good. So I just had a deer with her two kids. What are they called in English? Baby deers. Walk past in front of the car, and they were just hop skipping along, and she was licking their back and checking them out and curious about the car. And they just crossed the bridge and walked off into the woods on the other side. Too cute. We're in the waste pile of the red earth, synchronizing, synchronicity, navigation, evolution, evolving ourselves. And it's the blue hand, it's the antipod of the earth. How is that? What is that? What relationship is that? I wanted to explore that. Healing, knowing, accomplishing. I have to check this antipodal relationship. What was it that was the first thing I learned about it? The antipod is the one who lets us know when we're out of balance, when we've lost our center, when we're not in touch with ourselves. In my case, my antipod is the dog. Love, loyalty, heart. So it seems to me very obvious when I'm out of touch with myself, I'm out of touch with love. I get angry or irritable or non-compassionate. It changes the sound of my voice, changes the way I live in my body, all of that. I can see how the dog is an indicator. How is the hand an indicator for the earth? Yeah. Obviously, when we're sick, when we're not well, since the blue hand represents healing, so when we're not well, we're not synchronized with ourselves. We're out of alignment with ourselves. Especially in prolonged periods. I said yesterday that, like, the common cold, in my understanding, is like a software update. We're not well in that update, But I think we need to distinguish a little better between what being not well means. The symptoms of a cold are not the same as being sick. There's a whole school of thought that says there is no such thing as disease. There are only symptoms of processes. Different kinds of processes come up with different symptoms. And then there are the symptoms of not being in alignment with ourselves, of not being true to ourselves. Chronic unfaithfulness to truth. It brings up symptoms. And often that is that those pipes are laid, those systems are set up in early childhood. We don't even know that we're out of alignment, because to us it feels like we're in alignment, because it feels familiar and comfortable, and this is what alignment is. Our parents, our grandparents, everyone has lived like this, or anybody significant has done this, it's done it like that. We're not even aware, like living in the mask. Good one, Tatiana. Sorry, I just had to praise myself. Like, fuck, yeah? I mean, we can't even tell our own mask half the time because it's so, everyone wears it. You see people defending their mask and you're like, but what are you doing? That's not who you are. You can't even tell that you're defending your straitjacket. Because that's your comfort zone. That's what you know. And sometimes it's not as drastic as that. It's like wearing really uncomfortable shoes, but believing I gotta wear these because that's what makes me look good, and that's what makes me look acceptable, makes me look like those. And you don't even realize, like, oh my God, this is seriously hurting your feet. These shoes are seriously hurting your feet. There's not actually anything on this planet that should make you want to wear them. Nothing. Not even if I mean, like, by what beauty standard are you looking good in those shoes? That's just a group of people that have collectively agreed that these kinds of shoes maybe look good or make you look good. Do they or don't they? And if they do, why is looking good more important than feeling good? For whom? You're not seeing yourself. It's like, or like a hairdo, or a really uncomfortable hat, or like a corset. Take a corset. Like, you can hardly breathe, but you're wearing this corset. You're not seeing what you look like. It's all about imagining what others see, that others approve of you. I mean, that is like, that's a corset. That's a straitjacket as far as I'm concerned. But that's a very hard one to lose, because in the Western world, that's the kind of corset we've been wearing for hundreds, if not more, years. And then we see people who are free from corsets, and we often look at them as like, oh, slobs. It's hard to notice people who look really beautiful and they're really comfortable. And those are often people very balanced. They've got it. There's a way of looking elegant, beautiful, and look and be free. There's very beautiful, comfortable clothing for any shaped body. Like, but that's healing, accomplishing, doing, synchronizing with ourselves, synchronizing with environment, looking in a way that you still feel peaceful and accepted by your community or any community you want to be accepted by, blah, blah, blah. So that's a whole big theme. Open to self-investigation. Cold coffee is also a theme, open for self-investigation. Excuse me, hold on. Oh, this coffee is very hot. Oh, and honestly speaking, it doesn't taste at all. It's too much of a mix in that cup. I put cacao in there. I put soy milk, and oat milk is a mix of oat and soya milk that doesn't actually taste any good. So, yeah, I'm still going to drink it. Who cares about taste? What do we care about? Just the idea of it being coffee? Just the idea of drinking a hot beverage in the morning, I really don't know. Anyway, the world of ideas. And Earth and Blue Hand, I mean, the world of ideas. Most of our lives we were like living around ideas we have of things. As I just mentioned, the whole mask thing is all about ideas we have. Reality. Who or what is reality? But today is the tone of liberation. Let's not forget that we have 3 core elements on any single day. We have 3 core. Every day is a Holy Trinity. The wave, the day seal, and the tone. So we have red earth, blue hand, and spectral tone, the tone of liberation, of dissolving. We're preparing to dissolve the wave. We're dissolving anything. In this particular case, the dissolving agent is healing. But we're healing whatever's in the way of our synchronicities. We're healing whatever's in the way, or what is blocking or not working for our evolution. We're dissolving it through knowing, healing, accomplishing, doing, hands-on, hands-on. 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 Oh, sorry. Something is just communicating in me to me personally. It's my own healing here. And there's a response from other parts of me that's just doing a giddy. I'm getting giddy. But it's in the body. It's a beautiful feeling. At the same time, I'm kind of minding the time. I'm minding my spot. But I'm getting better at self-organization. So I actually just need to do 1, 2, 3. Get in the car and drive off. I can eat at my next appointment. I can shower at my next appointment. And then I massage. And all is good. The car is cool. The day is heating up. It's going to be very warm today. Oh, I'm in the perfect spot. I could just stay here for forever. Gorgeous place. Who's the guide today? The blue hand. So that is a 4th element, a sub-element to the seal, to one of the elements. The sub-element is the guide, which today is the blue hand, self-guided. So we have double-powered blue hand. On the magnetic tone is triple-powered because we have the wave, then the seal, it's the same, and the guide is the same. Yeah. So if every day we have a trinity, wave, seal of the day, and tone. So on the magnet, on the beginning, we have the wave of the earth, the seal of the earth, the guide of the earth, which in the magnetic tone, everything is earth. They call the magnets a triple powered. It's the purpose. So the purpose is evolution. Our evolution, navigating our evolution, navigating our life. Why are we doing anything if it isn't for the purpose of evolution? Isn't all of life, isn't every moment serving evolution? Every moment serves joy. Every moment serves love. We do things that don't serve joy or love, but we don't tend to do them with joy or love. But if you can make joy and love your core purpose, everything falls into alignment with that. Then everything you do, even if no matter what your job is, it serves something. And if we do something that serves nothing, Why would we do it? And if it serves something, it serves something for benefit, right? Now, if you're working for the arms industry, what are you serving? If you're working for the army, you can tell yourself you're serving defense. Yeah, tell yourself that. Well, leave your judgment outside, Tatjana. It has no place over here. It all serves whatever purpose it serves, and each human gets to make the choice they get to make. So, yeah. Army of lovers. How about we go over there? Do we go over there to attack, or do we go over there to liberate? How many times do we have to be involved in doing something before we learn? It seems with some things we have to bash our heads in a couple of times. I think we have to lose our lives a few times. I mean, the analogy of computer games to me is just really, I really like it, because, I mean, we never have more fun in a game than when we, it's not true universally, but when we die. The other day, like 2 years ago, I think I played my last computer game. Not true, I play Sudoku, but I was playing at a friend's house, and there was 3 of us, and we started playing this, I don't know what it was. It was so much fun. Only 2 of us could play, but doesn't matter. The third one just had a party watching. And we switched positions, and you had to, there was 2 of us inside this weird thing on the computer, and we had to jump different levels, collect different things. We should jump over hurdles that could hurt us, and over gaps that we could die jumping down. And the idea is jump up, 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 and only when you have everything you need, somewhere in this thing a door opens and you can jump to the next level. But they're not so easy. And every time I screamed the loudest and I laughed the hardest each time one of us died. Each time I died, I had the biggest blast. And what a thrill. And to live your life like that, it's like, how many times do we, it's like every time we die, I think we reach the other side and we're like, oh my God, scream, we didn't make it. We just didn't make it. Let's go again until we make it, and like, there's this amazing, I don't know, I've talked about this yesterday, because yesterday was a White World Bridger, but I mean, we're healing and accomplishment the day after the World Bridger. We arrive on the other side of death and we're like, damn, let's go again. And get it right. Accomplish, heal. So, Feynman, I think this was a Feynman video. I don't know if I posted it somewhere. It's just so brilliant. I don't know if it's true, and it totally doesn't matter. But he had his maths all worked out, or whatever he had worked out, and he gave this thing. It was an AI video using his voice. I don't know, but it was brilliant nonetheless. Not because of its truth content, because of the layout of because of the content of the hypothesis, and the way they gave the, not proof, but whatever you call it. Proof, I guess, theoretical proof. How can you prove it? But they said, you don't die. Have you noticed that in your reality it's only ever others that die? You just don't. and he gave the proof that we never do. In our experience, others die. The minute something happens to us, if we die, it only happens in the experience of another. We come to a point where we course correct and we continue. We will never die. We never die. Is that possible? The only flaw I found in the argument was that he kind of had us get older and older and older, and then at some point everyone we know has died. So I'm thinking, like, wait a minute, but as we get older, back to that word, as we live longer, We're not saying we're getting older anymore. I'm just imagining you agree with me on that. I agree with myself on that. It's enough. As we live longer, we make new friends. And maybe he said we get older, and then one day we're this really old being who is somewhere at the end of their like really old and really not really able to live very much. I think he didn't add out the aging as a disease factor. I don't know. I stopped listening in those places. I'm like, no. That doesn't. I don't like that. That doesn't make sense. It makes sense to me that we incarnate into the last fully functioning version of ourselves. And we are fine-tuning. We are our life is a piece of art. And we're crafting it all the time. At any age that we choose. I can't speak for anyone who's in a position where they're like not enjoying their lives and not crafting. And maybe they've stopped crafting, and maybe they craft in a way that I don't understand. I can't speak for that. I have only, as this version of me that's talking, the only reference I have is my own life experience. I have no other reference. Isn't that weird? That's weird. That strikes me as weird right now. That's I witness other people with their own life experience, but what if all of that is just in my imagination? And there are plenty of theories that saying that is exactly how it is. But my own subjective life experience, I come to think of it, is the weirdest thing. But here it is. And what if I get to choose? I don't have to wake up as a 16-year-old version. I wouldn't want to. If I had to die this minute and I was asked, where do you want to, what do you want to, where do you want to, which part of your life are you going to reincarnate and live over from which point on? I don't need it to be my birth. Someday, yeah, I'd love to live probably my whole life over. At this point in time, I'm not at a point where I'd say, I want to go back and change a major decision because there's not enough ahead of me that in the version that I am that's worth exploring as the version that I am. There may come a time where the version that I am has exhausted all of her possibilities and nothing interests her as her, in which case I will take myself out of this experience and say I'm going back to myself at version X, what we refer to as age X. I'm going to go back in there. I'm going to learn something different. Maybe it's birth. Maybe it's even long before that. And I'm going to relive and change a couple of decisions. And if I do that at 16, it's going to change the entire trajectory, probably. If I go back and reincarnate into the age of, well, I go back to 72 because I made a really shit decision then. I got married to the wrong person. Let's change that and see. Or just let me just not fall in love with that person. Let me fall in love with that person instead. Or God knows what, see what happens, you know. If I go back all the way to 42, I would never have met the person at 72 or married the person at 72. So I can't go back that far because then I changed so much of the trajectory that I wouldn't know what the outcome would be if I only just changed that decision at 72. You know what I mean? I don't know. So, but if I go back to 72, I change everything, which then changes everything. So then I only would want to also not go back to 42 because then I've made decisions between 72 and 108 that I would want to change. So I don't know how it works. Maybe there's so many me's that are all living all these different versions. I have no idea. But I think there are always plenty of options. There are always really a lot of things to be curious about. What if I changed that in my life? Who would I be? If at the age of 16 I wasn't that shy, if I hadn't met that lover, if I hadn't made that career choice, if I had decided to be, well, in my case, I have no allergies, I have no health issues, but if I had any, what if I said, well, what if I lived a life without a peanut allergy? What would my life be like? Or. So that's the piece of art that my life is. It's a living, it's a, what do we call these arts? It's an installation art. My life is like an installation art. And if I myself am not witnessing my life, like someone who goes to an exhibit and marvels at someone else's creation, if I don't marvel at my own creation, at my own life, what am I accomplishing in my own life? I ask myself. And I personally can really marvel at my life and love what I'm creating. And take note of what I'm accomplishing, give myself credit. And I am accomplishing lack also. I'm accomplishing things that I'm not pleased about. And I don't want to give too much energy into that, lest I make more of it or talk about abundance. There's like a little niggly, but maybe it's more like, okay, my level of abundance at the moment, my level of finance, for example, lets my circle, my radius of experience on earth physiologically, it makes it smaller. I have enough money for an abundant life right here. I can't really just choose, I'm going to take a flight to visit my friends wherever they are. And that's like, I don't like that. That's an admittance of defeat. I would like to be able to anytime I choose, say, oh, you know what, I'm taking a week or two, I'm canceling all my appointments, I'm coming over. And that to me is a level of freedom that I need that in this tone. Navigating Earth, that to me is an intention I would set today to accomplish the liberation of my finances. That somewhere maybe I have a link that I give up freedom if I want more money. And that's a fallacy. That's a limitation. There's totally a way to combine things and to invite myself to be surprised by myself, by life, to bring it about in a way that is pleasing to me. All I need to do is listen to one Abraham Hicks and I've got it. But I need to live it. And that part is still to be massaged or carved or chiseled or painted in a slightly different color. But at the moment, it's also that my life is so extremely fulfilling as it is. I haven't any need for anything to be different. I have a want, maybe a desire, but not really a need. So I have a need for what I have. And to really take note of what's around me and what's inside of me and the absolute abundance, uber abundance. Yesterday I drove quite a bit around Berlin, from the north to the south, and I noticed how exuberantly green, spring green, everything is. It's like we've built these cities into nature, and nature allows us to do so. But wherever we are not, nature is just like, pow, we are hitting you with our abundance. There's just trees. I mean, gosh, so much green around Berlin. This is so beautiful. I live in such a beautiful part of the world. Berlin is actually an amazing city. And maybe my healing is to fall in love with that city in a free way. I was once in love with it. I left it. I think there was a pain that happened when I left it, because I felt I left something I really loved. And now it's like, you know what? You can love. You can be in love with people. You can be in love with places intensely, but not be stuck with that, not be unfree in that love. You can still love others as well. You can love other places as well. You can leave a place and go to another place and not suffer the loss or a sense of loss, but to just enjoy the abundance of more than one place, and being able to visit more than one place and love more than one place, or love more than one person, have more than one friend, love more than one cat. I mean, there's so many trees around me right now. I can love them all. And every now and then one of them stands out as like, yo, and you're like, oh my, who are you? Hello there. I mean, my God. Like, something about you that I notice, Oh, so, yeah, I love that. Okay, now I've spoken a lot. And I'm gonna leave it because I have a cold coffee over here. Have I? I can put it on the stove. It's just nice. It's just nice now. There's a mosquito looking for me. Uh-huh. I know it's given up. It's flying outside. Why? Where are you going? I'm here. Where do they go in the daytime? What do they eat when they don't eat blood? They must be eating something else. Anyway, it was just an abundant day, free and liberating, healing, nourishing, accomplishing. It's a public holiday over here. It's Monday. Is it a public holiday? Yes. What is the day? I don't know. I can find out. Does it say here? Oh, someone's birthday tomorrow. Oh, I don't know what public holiday it is. Doesn't matter. It was just a beautiful day, filled with love and light. And wherever it's not, I mean, if you fill your little finger on your left hand with a lot of love, and then you know it's always filled with love. So whenever you need it, or you're feeling like there's not enough, there's some in your little finger. Just tune into it and let that light just spreads, one little candle, and that light just goes everywhere, to every corner of the room. There's no limitation to light. So when you turn on the candle in your little finger, that light spreads throughout your entire body. Maybe that can be a point of solace when things are intense and dark, if they're not very bright. And maybe sometimes we're not in a great, happy, fantastic place, but we may not even always want to be, but we are in an intense place. And sometimes intense places are not comfortable, but they're intense and they're good. It can still be somehow, I always say, and enjoyed is the wrong word. Because you're not enjoying for what enjoying means, but there's still a kind of like a, yeah, this is what it is now, and it's right. Let's put it that way. Anyway, okay. Have a fantastic day. I'm going to drink my coffee now. Here comes another car. Makes me slightly nervous. Don't want someone to come and say, you're not allowed to stand here. Go away. It isn't a car. It is a train over there. Okay. All right. Inshallah, I'll be back tomorrow. I wish you a beautiful day.